Peace and prosperity to all living beings within range of my divine voice. We are live, baby, and here to connect you to nature, to love, to grounding. I am here. I am here to display love for nature, love for self, as we connect ourselves to this love and energy today. Ajia, peace and prosperity to you. Thank you so much for coming in. Tap the screen, share the live, get your heart me. I'm going to send out a few invites to some loved ones who may want to come and join us today. Just bear with me for a few moments while I do so. I appreciate y'all coming in. Be just a few moments while I'm sending out some invites and some shares. I appreciate everyone's patience. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all beautiful energy. If you want to tap the screen, share the live, get your daily heart meet, I would appreciate you. All right. I'm going to send out a few more shares. Be just a moment. K Dub, peace and prosperity to you. Thank you so much for coming in. Just got a few more shares to go. Just letting some of our loved ones know that we are here on the Ground and Daily Show. Just another moment. I appreciate everybody's energy. All right, I got my shares out. It's really windy out today. Is that a mushroom on the ground? Cash stars, peace and prosperity to you. Thank you so much for coming in. Trying to see if that's a mushroom or no, it's not a mushroom. Ah, it's a honeycomb. Must have fell from this tree. Awesome. We are in nature. Get my shoes off here. Bring the zoom back. And what I am doing today, as I personally have a handful of traumas that I'm battling against, that I am reminded of today, this morning, we are going to have a little bit of a ceremony. I'm a truck driver for most, if most of y'all don't know. And so I have, as the seasons start to change, I have moths, bees, butterflies always flying into my truck or onto my truck. And when this happens, being that this is the first one of the season, I like to come out and I like to bury them in nature and give them the love and respect that they deserve, which is what we're going to do right now. So along with this beautiful moth, I have some pieces of some crystals there. You got some pieces of pyrite, pieces of selenite, pieces of amethyst in there. Hey, Roni, peace and prosperity to you. We're going to set the camera up and we're going to bury them right here at the foot of this beautiful tree while we are grounding and connecting. So bear with me while I set this camera up and it stands up. Hey, lovely Rose, peace and prosperity to you. Bear with me for a second. I am setting my phone up so I can have both my hands. It's so good to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. We are setting my phone up so that I can see this process. Hey, Jess, peace and prosperity to you. Thank you so much for coming in. It's so good to see you. Tap the screen, share the live. Get your daily heartbeats. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I am about to have a small ceremony for this beautiful moth that fell into my truck. We're gonna bury it out here during our grounding session today, along with these pieces of crystals, and give it the love and respect that it deserves. So I got the camera set up so that y'all can watch while we do so. Because being a part of nature, being grounded, is understanding and appreciating that we are all one. We are all connected. So every moment of life is meaningful. Every bit of energy that we connect with means something. It matters. And it all deserves love and respect. So we are going to give this beautiful moth, along with some other crystals, the love and respect it deserves by a proper burial and return to earth in a peaceful, loving way. Because we all know that the energy never dies, it just transforms. So allowing this beautiful, beautiful moth to have this peaceful transition. Peace and prosperity to you, Ro. Thank you so much for coming in, brother. It's good to see you. Allowing us to have this. Thank you so much for the gifts. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Allowing it to have this peaceful moment. Will help in this transition. And again, just a quick close-up of the moth itself and a few pieces of crystal that we're going to bury with it. We're going to dig a hole nice and deep enough so that right here at the base of this beautiful tree, that should be good right there. And again, we're going to take the moth and the crystals. I'm just going to lay them out inside very gently. We're going to cover it back up. As I mentioned earlier in the beginning of the live, as a truck driver, I get moths also because of my own high frequency and how high the frequency is in my truck. It's easily, I ain't going to say quite 100 yet, but getting close to 100 crystals in my truck. Along with myself, we have a very, very high frequency. And that high frequency attracts other high frequencies. So moths, bees, butterflies, a lot of them will come in or fly into my truck. Hey, Elevate, we are having a bit of we had a moth, the first moth of the season that flew into my truck. We are burying it today, giving it the love and the respect it deserves. Mike Waynes, thank you so much. Peace and prosperity to you. Thank you so much for the follow. We are burying this moth with some crystals today. It was the first moth to fly into my truck for the season. As the weather changes, I get a lot of moths, a lot of butterflies, a lot of bees that fly into the truck. And when they pass away, instead of putting them in the trash or just leaving them out of the truck, we like to come out. Hey, Ivy, peace and prosperity to you. We like to come out in nature as we always do for ourselves. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. And give it the love and respect it deserves. Because we understand and recognize that a part of the reason why it came to us is because of our own high frequency, our own love and connection to nature. And so for it to put its trust into us and that energy connection with us. Hey, Susie Q, peace and prosperity to you. Thank you so much for being here. we want to make sure we give it the love and respect it deserves because we're all connected. That moth, like so many other moths and bees and butterflies, they uh they resonate with my high frequency. They resonate with my love and respect for nature. So I want to make sure I give it what we all deserve when we transition, the opportunity to be at peace and love and return to nature. You did? That's beautiful, Susie Q. I'm gonna pen that. I love that message. I always get so happy and excited for y'all when y'all out in nature too. I really do, because I know that beautiful loving feeling that I preserve and display, that y'all get to connect to it. And we all get to share in that moment and that energy. Because it's healing and it's beautiful. It's healing and it's beautiful. And it's no matter where you are in your journey, it's going to elevate you. No matter how you feel at that moment, it's going to make you feel even better. The Jess, peace and prosperity to you. Thank you so much for coming in. But if you missed it, if you're just coming in, we had our first moth to fly into the truck of the season, and we buried it with some pieces of crystal. I have so many crystals in my truck, and so sometimes a lot of pieces of the crystals are shaved off, broken off, and so we had a piece of some amethyst in there, some rhodochrosite, some selenite, some hematite, and some pyrite, pieces of the whole crystal that broke off. And we buried those pieces of crystal there with the moth at the base of this beautiful tree right here to give it again the love and respect to an opportunity to return to nature as intended. As intended. That love and peaceful energy, it was entrusted to me to give it the love and respect it deserves. And I definitely came through to do so. Hey, Conscious Creations, peace and prosperity to you. Thank you so much for being here. We just uh we just buried a beautiful moth who had flew into the semi truck and passed. We wanted to give it the love and respect it deserves. So we buried it here while grounding today, connecting ourselves, because again, we are all connected. Thank you all so much for being here. Peace and prosperity to you. Sequoia, thank you so much for joining. Life with Marley, peace and prosperity to you. Thank you so much for joining. And the message for the day, at least I'm not the only one that gives blessings with nature like that, even if it's a bug. Exactly, Susie Q. Exactly. And that's exactly what we're talking about. I'm going to repeat back to you what you said. I pinned a comment also. At least I'm not the only one that gives blessings with nature like that, even if it's a bug and farm. We take for granted so many different things in nature. When I was a child, I was actually afraid of bees, not even realizing that they were one of my spirit animals. And I have been conditioned to assume that, they're just going to sting you, or that somehow that they were somehow some type of mindless creatures, and they're not. It just so happens that this piece of honeycomb is here. We're going to actually go ahead and take this piece of honeycomb and place it over where we buried this moth. My brother Cleveland, good to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. We love you. Peace and prosperity to you. We're going to go ahead and leave that there on top of our moth burial. But the whole truth is, we're so happy to have you here, brother. Thank you so much for coming in. The truth of the matter is that the bees connect to high frequency people. I've been driving and had a bee fly in on my forehead while I'm driving and just do a whole dance on my third eye while I was driving. And there was a point in time where I would have swatted at it or been afraid of it. I am, brother. I hope you are as well. Exactly, Susie Q. We do get what we get. We do get what we put out. And, the love and frequency that you guys feel from me here, the earth feels it from me too. My brother, good to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. I'm always happy to see you. That's why we here, Cleveland. That's why we here, because the way that I keep my frequency so high, the way that I provide so much loving wisdom and information is by giving respect to nature. You may have just missed it, but we buried a moth that flew into my truck today here at this beautiful tree. And, ooh, I'm getting emotional. Whoever I'm empathically feeling, I love you, it's okay. Whoever I'm empathically feeling, I love you, it's okay. I'm hugging you spiritually right now. It's okay. It's okay. Moving forward, it didn't take me what we've been out here maybe 5 to 10 minutes. I didn't spend any exuberant amount of money or time to do this. Yes, Susie Q, but realistically, that's the point I'm about to make now, is that it doesn't take much to give this love and effort. We all have the opportunities in front of us somehow, some way. We all have those opportunities. 10 minutes out of my time to come and bury this moth versus just throwing it in the trash or throwing it out the window, it means something. It means something to the love of nature. It means something to the love of the earth. It means something to all of us. By me doing that, by me taking a few moments out my time and day to make time for something that I don't have to give it the love and respect it deserves, I get to now connect that love and energy to all of y'all. That love from that moth is now connected to you, Cleveland. It's now connected to you, Susie. It's connected to you, Elevate. And the millions of people who will get to watch this video. You get to all soak up that love and beautiful energy just from those few moments of this action. Ben Goodman, peace and prosperity. Thank you so much for coming in. Because nature is a part of us and it recognizes this love and this peaceful energy. And so it's going to resonate that with myself and everyone a part of it. I share this love and energy with y'all so y'all can receive those same blessings, that same love and energy in return. And just coincidentally, that we're talking about this burial and bees and moths, and then we look up and it's a whole honeycomb here that we get to faithfully put right on top of where we buried that moth, along with a few pieces of crystals. And again, I didn't have to spend any money. I ain't have to go out my way to do this. But it's the love, the intentions, keyword the intentions that we shared that means something. Because a ripple can turn to a wave and a wave into a hurricane. This droplet of a moment, did you? Yeah, elevate. It's beautiful. We put it right on top of this of the moth's burial site. This droplet of love and energy can now, thanks to you, thanks to all of you, can turn into a wave of potential love and energy. And that wave of potential love and energy, if you take that love and you go out in your day with that love and peaceful energy, it will then turn into more waves of love and peaceful energy. As you're spreading that love and peaceful energy across your whole life, across your timeline, across your FYP, across the people you're coming in contact with, that love continues to spread. And now we have a hurricane of love and energy. All started from giving love and respect to this beautiful moth, by giving love and respect to nature. That's the way it works. What goes around comes around. We hear about it all the time. We hear about it all the time. This is how it works. This is how that process works. I am so thankful to be a part of it. I'm so thankful to share in this moment with y'all. Peace and prosperity, silent woman. Thank you so much, everyone coming in. And I'm just soaking up this love and energy. If you have if you have some worries, some traumas that you're fighting, do something kind for someone. Watch it turn your day around. Do something beautiful for a stranger you don't know without anything in return. Watch it turn your day around. You don't have to see the results of your action. Every count, the rings in the tree. You know what? Here, I'm about to. I know that's a way to tell his age. Hot tea, peace and prosperity to you. Thank you so much for coming in. I know that's supposed to be a way to tell his age by being able to count those rings in the tree. I I haven't personally done the research on it in quite some time, but I'm happy you reminded me because I need to look into it. There go another piece here. Yes, absolutely, absolutely, and we're grateful for it to share His love and wisdom with us. People driving past, they see me out here barefoot. We're radiating such love and energy. Whether they understand what's happening or not, they can feel the love as they pass by. This is a great way to start my day. Thank you, Elevate. I will hope so. That's the whole point. Again, turning this ripple moment into a wave of love and opportunity. Exactly, whether it's human or not, because we're all connected. We're all sharing the same space. We're all waves of love and possibility. I mention the slit experiment all the time. And I remember when I first heard about the slit experiment, the double slit experiment. You can Google that double slit experiment. And it just really explains how every atom, which there are atoms in everything, is a wave of possibilities. They're all conscious. This phone, this tree, there's a consciousness in everything. God didn't make any mistakes. We are all connected to this consciousness. And when you start to understand that and appreciate that every moment, every second, we are connected, it makes your actions a little bit more meaningful. The things you say to the universe, the things you say to yourself, the way you treat an ant, the way you treat the janitor, the way you treat the CEO, all of these things matter. All of these things mean something because we're all connected. We're all connected. And the possibility of love is endless. Bad Wolf, peace and prosperity to you. Thank you so much for coming in. So I wanted to share that because again, as I always say, I like to lead by example. When I connect out here, I want to offer love and information that we can all radiate with. Anunnaki, peace and prosperity to you. Mala Mohammed, peace and prosperity to you. I want to make sure I offer loving and peaceful advice and wisdom that we can all understand and feel and appreciate. I appreciate you too, Susie Q. I appreciate everyone here. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for being here. We're going to have a short live today. We'll be back tomorrow at our normal time around 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be back. All the live replays from the lunar eclipse and yesterday's live are up now on my YouTube. And of course, this live will also go up on my YouTube as well. I definitely recommend for anyone who came in late to check it out because, again, there's going to be a moment of opportunity in your day today, tomorrow, where you're going to have an opportunity to give love and reverence to something small or something that we are taught to think of as insignificant. It's not insignificant. It's not small. We are that ant. We are that moth. We are that butterfly. Just the same way I am you and you are me. And if we look at that the proper way, if I'm loving myself, if I'm raising my frequency, then I'm loving you and I'm raising your frequency too. And that's what we're here for. I love you all. Thank you everyone so much for coming in. Ma's wife, we heading out. I love you. I appreciate you. I got to come in and check out your wrestling match the other day. That was pretty awesome. That was pretty awesome. Thank you so much for posting that. That was really cool. You had a whole wrestling match going on. I'm like, oh, check them out. Yeah, that was awesome. Next month is gonna be another one. Please make sure you post about it because that was awesome. Now I love to come and watch again. That was awesome. But we're gonna head out for today. Again, this replay will go up on my YouTube. I love you all. Peace and prosperity to everyone.